This is Meltdown Live, presented by MyBookie.ag. Use code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag for double your initial deposit. You sign on to make a deposit, they double it with code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag.
Welcome in, broadcasting live once again from the Culver studio. We are the Meltdown, here with you daily, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. We appreciate all those who join us live and all of those who watch on demand right here on YouTube. Maybe you're listening in the podcast section. We always appreciate you spending your time with us. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button for us. And if you haven't already, hit that little bell next to the subscription button so that way you can be notified every single time we go live or produce any content for your enjoyment. I am Tim Melton. That is Tyler Johns here with us yet again. Tyler, how are you holding up here on this midweek edition of The Meltdown?
I'm good. I saw a movie last night, but first I want to let everybody know that you can also hit the join button right next to the subscription button to become a loyal Meltdonian, an official loyal Meltdonian. You get a badge in the chat, and if you don't need no stinking badges, just be sure to like and share this video.
Well, we appreciate all of the efforts here in building up Meltdonia. We also have EG, who's here to build us up instead of tear us down, which we always appreciate. EG, how are you doing here on this Wednesday?
I'm wonderful. Feels like a nice, happy Wednesday.
Yes, we have a lot to look forward to. It is a wicked Wednesday because tonight we hit the town.
We do.
As a force. The last time we did this, do you remember?
Civil War?
No.
The three of us?
Correct. I think it was the three of us, yeah.
Just us?
Y'all not remember?
What's the last movie the three of us saw?
Argyle. We all went to go see Argyle.
Civil War was after Argyle.
I didn't go to Civil War with y'all.
You didn't?
You didn't?
No, I didn't. I went and saw Civil War by myself. Y'all went to a completely different theater, and you, I think, went with Lance and Maddie.
And Maddie.
Yeah.
And who else was there?
Me and
Yeah.
yeah,
Whole bunch of people.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. But I wasn't
really
there.
I really thought you were
No.
at that showing, Tim.
I'm glad it was a very memorable night for y'all, but I was not there.
Yeah.
But do y'all remember going to see Argyle?
Yeah, and I remember
Yeah,
like
that
this
movie
is
was
rough. I don't
okay.
really remember. I don't really remember that movie all that much now.
You don't really remember much of any of all of our times together, it seems.
I guess not.
Okay. Well,
We're
this
in the
is
town
not
tonight.
this is not getting us off to the right start because I'm really excited for tonight. I'm going to pretend it's our first time out. How does that sound?
I think so.
That sounds nice.
Let's just wipe the slate
yeah.
clean and let's go out tonight and tear up this movie because
Absolutely.
I know, Tyler, this is one of your least anticipated movies of the year.
Oh,
Wicked.
you bet it is.
He says with a grin.
Yeah. I want to get into a little bit of wicked controversy that's going around because I think that this is called Tyler's Nightmare, this first segment.
Okay.
If you thought yesterday's show was Tyler's Nightmare, with us visually it just falling apart, everything falling apart, then this is really going to be Tyler's Nightmare.
Oh, there's no way this is worse than yesterday.
Well, we're gonna see.
Tyler, the New York Times is reporting on a trend that's already happening at Wicked screenings across the country right now.
Oh, can I
the
finish the
witch-
sentence?
All right, yeah, go for it.
Please.
I think I saw this article.
Sing-alongs?
Sing-alongs. Sing-alongs are happening.
Is it the witches' hats?
Angela Weir went into a screening of Wicked on Monday night, ready to be transported to the land of Oz. But when Glinda began to sing Popular, one of the musical's early numbers, she was not the only one singing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This was the quote, it started slow, then people heard each other. It was like they encouraged each other.
Oh, no.
It was a beautiful scene, and then you're taken out of it. This is something, Tyler, that you may have to prepare for. Because
you were right, that is my nightmare. I saw another story this morning that said there's been a trend of people showing up to these with witches' hats on, the tall, pointy Elphaba the Wicked Witch hats.
So imagine this. You're sitting there in your seat. You're blocked by the witch in front of you that has a hat that goes up to the ceiling. And then someone next to you that was their highlight of their life was High School Musical Theater
Oh,
ends
no.
up singing at the top of their lungs trying to audition for the movie while the movie is going on because they know all the words because it's a popular Broadway
I
stage.
think I'd rather watch the movie with the actual witch that Lance ran into in Salina, Kansas on the train.
Okay. Well,
If
that,
we were not all attending the same movie, I would be like, please let that happen just to get Lionel's out of the theater reaction to that. But I really hope that we don't get the sing along people.
Brian Pavlik, who we're attending
Yeah,
this
we are.
party
He's
with
hitting the
tonight,
town with us.
I may start singing my own songs, he
he's
sings.
going to do originals while the movie's
Oh,
going to
Lord.
try to throw off the wicked people.
Now,
potentially.
you have my permission to do that, Brian. I think that would be
Musical,
funny.
like musical theater individuals, and this may be controversial. I don't know. Mm,
I
they
wasn't a theater
grind
kid.
my gears.
Okay.
And I will put that on record.
So I grew up in musical theater, right? But I was never a musical theater
Kid.
sort of kid. I would go back and forth between working with all the different sports teams,
Yes.
and the theater kids would hate me for it. And then the sports kids didn't really care that I was in
Yeah.
theater. They actually thought it was kind of
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh yeah, I'll show up and watch you make people laugh." And I'll be like, "Thanks,
Thank you, sir.
Bud." I don't know. I never met a Bud there, but I imagine that his name was Bud. And the other group felt like I was too jockish
Yeah.
to
To
really be a theater
infiltrate.
kid. So I was always between two worlds there, which sounds like
Like song.
it sounds like a perfect song. You ready to sing it?
Yeah.
And a 1 and
And
a
a 2
2
and
and a
a 1,
3.
2, 3.
There's no words to this song?
Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna start. I was gonna do the melody.
You're in your world
I'm in my world,
and I'm in mine.
and I see the light,
And Tyler's between the two of us in two worlds.
and they collide.
Okay, that was awful.
That wasn't our best.
That-
I'm
Not
sorry.
our best because we
That
didn't
was
know what
wrong.
we were doing.
We didn't.
The wicked people
No.
tonight. Will there be singing in our auditorium?
Yeah, I mean, there probably will be. I won't participate. I heard this was also an issue with Taylor Swift Eras tour.
That I expected.
Almost like it's like okay, like you're watching a concert. I am not paying money to hear Julie from who's like now 35 years old reliving her high school glory days. I'm not. Sue me. I don't even care if you can sing. I am paying to see professionals do it on screen. I don't want any extra pizzazz from the audience. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I agree. Unless you're going to like a special
Yes,
event,
yes.
like if you go see Rocky Horror Picture Show, you
Right.
can't get upset when somebody starts like throwing rice at the screen or anything like that.
what if you had bought a ticket to the Eras tour? Because what happened during that was there were just mobs of girls that would break out into dance and song
Ugh.
there because they felt like they were at a concert and they were, that was the closest they were going to get potentially to seeing Taylor Swift. And they treated those as like mini concerts. And there's all kinds of viral videos of them
I mean,
in the theater singing all those
if I
songs.
was in that crowd, I would have been annoyed, but I also understand it. Like,
Yeah, a
I
little bit
can't
more.
get mad at someone vibing out to a concert movie.
Okay, so I'm going to say, here's my prediction.
Okay.
There's going to be a 41-year-old woman that sits next to Tyler.
Will we
tonight.
verify age to be asked?
We will ask
Okay.
at some point. We'll get Pavlik to walk up and be
Noted.
like, "I'm sorry, how old are you?"
Yeah.
Which is something that I'm sure he'd be brave
be
enough to
willing.
do.
Now, keep in mind, I also booked a ticket to where if I am sitting next to somebody, it's going to be some weirdo that booked a single ticket next to me or next to me and a group of people.
Right.
So I like to play that game.
So you're gonna get a weirdo.
That's usually what happens. It's either I get to spread out and not have to sit near anyone, or I get an absolute weirdo, just someone who just has never interacted with society before.
Oh.
Well, I think it's going to be
So we'll see what happens.
very intriguing either way. The New York Times report says as anticipation builds for the film's release, some fans who have attended early screenings have ignored theater norms
Oh.
Oh no.
to sing right along with their favorite characters, much to the chagrin and annoyance of other Wicked enthusiasts.
You guys might see me respond.
Bring back theater norms and bring back shaming people.
Thank
I
you.
feel like all this nonsense started when you couldn't shame someone or bully them
Yeah.
anymore. No, if you're doing
Weird
stupid,
things.
weird things that go
Mm-hmm.
just completely against the norm in any society, shame them.
Yeah.
You're weird. Quit doing that.
A
Behave.
a representative for Universal said the company would not comment on the debate and the off-key serenades that
Mm.
have continued in the meantime. And you can see them on social media, they're happening. We go to an early access screening tonight,
Very
which means that
exclusive.
there's going to be some diehards that are there.
Oh yeah.
They already have all the glam and glitz, the balloons and the streamers and everything set up for all of those attending, making this a big event. And I'm actually going to be disappointed if people aren't singing in the theater now.
I will be disappointed if I don't see costumes.
We booked purposefully a smaller theater.
Okay. It's
I
gonna be
did
an
not
intimate
book
setting.
the bigger theater.
Okay.
All the other showings are in bigger theaters, which means there's a greater chance for craziness. The key is this little trick for you cinephiles out there that really want to focus. Cinephiles is an actual term that's used, e.g., you looked at me as if I'd made up a word on the fly. Yeah. It's not a negative word, by the way, but if you're a cinephile like Tyler or myself, and you want to go and just see the movie for what it is, always try to peek ahead at the smallest theater possible because you have less chance for disruption. And if there is disruption, you can target where it's coming from and you can sick the manager on their ass.
People
As a
people
cynical-
like mob mentality when they do something stupid. They like to be able to duck into the crowd and not be singled out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's important to bring the shame and
There's also,
bullying.
I'm going to say a 10% chance that Brian Pavlik gets carried out in handcuffs tonight from the screening. I'm going to say 10% chance.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Because I feel like either he's going to be the one trying to get a rise out of people
Yeah.
just for fun, or he will be the first one to confront somebody on behalf of all of
I mean,
Meltdonia.
I think that could be me though.
You think so?
Yes.
I see you just leaving and we don't see you the rest of the night and we
Yeah.
wonder what happened to you.
I mean,
see
it
that
depends on
happening.
yeah. Yeah.
And you just send a text, sorry, had to go.
Hmm.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun to go see this movie because of how much Tyler is hating the idea of it and how much I think, e.g., you're liking the idea of going to our first ever movie
Yeah,
together.
of hitting the town. Can we tease what we'll be doing?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna vlog it. Woohoo! So we're gonna get a whole behind the scenes look that you guys can consume at your leisure. It'll be a YouTube video, so go check that out. You'll get like Meltdown After Dark in a way.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know if Dunaway has
Got
trademarks on
trademarked?
that. I think so.
Eh.
But how about Meltdown during dark?
We can
Yeah,
we can
in
use it.
Meltdown
I
in
made the
shadows.
logo. I made the logo,
Okay.
and he hadn't been using it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll fight that battle later. The first reviews say it's everything a movie musical should be. Critics say John Chu's big screen adaptation of the popular musical is a glorious cinematic vision and a treat for the whole family, powered by stellar performances from Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So, will people be singing next to us? We will have to see. But I'm looking forward to having a full report tomorrow of our in-theater
Mhm.
experience, which is as much of a review as the actual film review that we'll be doing for it.
Yeah, I think there could be a good chance we have a Joker 2 situation where somebody tries to start it and tries to get the whole
Oh.
crowd going, and then it just dies right there. Because at the end of Folie à Deux, there were a group of people that tried to get a standing ovation going at the end of that one,
I'm getting
and none
secondhand
of the rest of
embarrassment.
the rest of the crowd just was not having it. They did not want it.
There is a difference between the standing ovation not working at the end or an ovation. It was just, I think it was a sitting ovation.
Oh,
It not working. That's different than people belting out multiple times throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like, is there that one person who's going to be confident enough in our tiny
Yes.
theater to be singing at the top of their lungs?
Mm.
And will we be able to pick out that person before the movie starts? Probably so.
Yes, we're gonna be able to do that. We will film it too. Duh. If you're gonna do that, you will be publicly humiliated and shamed in our vlog.
You're not going to film during the movie.
I'm not gonna
You
do that.
can't film during the movie.
That's illegal.
That'll
Even
get
if-
you carried out in handcuffs.
Even if I position myself to film only the person and not the movie in the background.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you this. If it starts to happen during the screening, then I'm going to provide you enough cover to where you can film it and we'll put it up on the channel.
Perfect.
Okay, so that'll work. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I do want to warn you guys that I went to the movies on Monday and I nearly choked to death in the movie theater.
So I've heard this. And I don't have a lot. I'll let you tell the story.
No,
Did you get an overcooked beef hot dog?
No.
did not get an overcooked beef hot dog, which is what I had to endure for Terrifier 3. Not the best movie to eat a hot dog in, for sure. Especially if you've seen the chainsaw shower scene. Not a great hot dog movie, for sure. But I was very
Extra
passionate.
ketchup?
Extra ketchup always. I was very adamant with Tyler that this is not a movie I want to eat in. So I was doing a double feature that night. I went in between, but they took, I'm not kidding, 30 minutes to give me a hot dog that was already cooked. And kept telling them, I'm just here for the hot dog. Like,
I
okay,
waited.
we'll
I
be right.
waited 15 minutes on
Yeah.
2 pre-cooked hot dogs there.
It was just a hot
This
dog.
week. Yeah.
That's all I needed. I didn't need a drink. I just needed a hot dog. Just the hot dog that's right there on that little spinny thing. And ended up walking in right when Nicole Kidman is sitting down, which is a good feeling sometimes of like, okay, I haven't missed the movie, but I didn't want to eat a hot dog during Terrifier 3, and I did. And they should have put that on the poster, a movie you don't want to eat a hot dog
Ew.
during.
I believe it.
But anyway, enough about Terrifier. I almost died on Monday.
Yeah, so you come into poker following this event.
Right. I had it was like my life flashed before my eyes, and I'm trying to confide in the poker group, and
Because one of the poker club members was with you,
that is correct.
Say Bear.
That is correct. And he did not render aid,
No.
which I felt was very selfish.
But me and Russell agreed that you had to get it out yourself. If you are making noise or coughing,
Yeah.
it's a self problem.
So
Yes.
everybody hates that person who goes through an uncontrollable cough during a movie, right? But it was more like a gag. It was more like I had a mixture of, so I'd already eaten a pizza, which I probably will do again tonight in the theater, which is really good.
Those flatbread pizzas are good.
They are good. And then I had popcorn and I had a Powerade, which was a first for me. I normally don't drink Powerade in the theater, but I did Powerade this time, which you're modeling a Powerade Zero right over there as we speak. And I had Kit Kats.
That is quite a smorgasbord, if you
Well,
will.
it was dinner. That was dinner for me.
Okay.
That wasn't just like,
Well.
oh, I'm at the movies, I'll get
Pizza
a
and
couple
Kit
snacks.
Kats.
Yeah, absolutely.
popcorn.
Popcorn and Powerade.
Powerade.
All right.
And so something went down the wrong hole. I think it was a mixture of Kit Kat, popcorn, and Powerade.
Flaky items.
And so it wasn't one of those instances where I had popcorn stuck where it was like making
Like
my
cough,
eyes
yeah,
water
yeah.
and I needed to just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that. It was like it all went down the wrong hole and something came up. And I don't know what it was, but it was an initial cough. I agree. You're sitting next to me at the movie tonight, so good luck with you.
Okay.
But I had a cough like an uncontrolled, like a hairball, like a cat would experience.
Wait, what movie was this?
This was A Real Pain, was the
Oh.
movie.
You were in a real pain, am I right?
Corny
Nice.
jokes just moved way down our list of things we
Yeah.
like. Okay, so I'm there at the theater. I did not expect my good buddy Saber to show up, and I'm telling him like, "Hey, man, I know you're scheduled to sit down there during the movie. Come sit up here near me." And so he came and sat up there. We're talking, right? We're seeing the movie, and I begin to choke. And he does one of these right here. So let's say he's watching the movie, right? He's watching the, and I begin to choke violently,
Okay.
choke, and he just does this. That was it. It was like a judgment look. It wasn't like a, do I need to jump in and help? It wasn't a, is Tim really all right? It was more like a, dude, you really need to get control of your situation over there. You're creating a scene for these 6 people in here. And
Six.
I couldn't stop choking. So I had to get up and I'm choking the entire time I'm walking down. So I'm like the giant Muppet that chases everybody else when they're in the car. Oh, you guys. And
Can
I'm
you imagine you would have fallen down the stairs?
no. And I barely get the door open and I'm hacking and I hack right into the garbage can. And then I go into the bathroom. This is the bathroom where the sink is falling apart. And I'm hacking into the sink and I'm looking up and all I see is the red one Krampus staring at me. And I'm thinking this is going to be the last thing I see on this earth.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
naughty
die.
or nice?
It was naughty. The sink is, once again, a whole mess. It's falling apart. I'm trying to get the automatic sensor to work. I'm dying. I'm trying to get the automatic sensor to work.
Oh, those things are broken.
If you have to touch the automatic sensor, it's not an automatic
No,
sensor.
it's not.
It's neither automatic nor a sensor.
I thought I was going to die in that bathroom and nobody would find me for 2 days because it's a very desolate bathroom. And I was worried that I would start to rot before anybody found me and notified my family.
You know.
I've got beard hair in my mouth right now too.
Ugh.
I know. We're going to have a really good time.
Yeah,
tonight,
we
AJ.
are. Woo.
It's going to be so fun.
If you are making noise, you're fine. You just have to get it out yourself.
Well, that's what
What
his
could
words
Saber
were.
have done?
I don't know, provide more emotional support during a time of need as a friend.
Follow you out?
It's not like it was a stranger. I mean, this is somebody we've shared long car rides together.
Did you want him to follow you out?
I wanted him to send me a text, "Hey, you okay?" At least.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, something. Tyler, what you got?
Got a little chat check-in. So, Saybear is in the chat
Oh.
today,
Kidding.
and he says
No.
what came up was his annoyance level. And he also says you don't choke, you cough aggressively, and the Kit Kat wafers should not have been something that chokes you.
Well, it
So
did. It did. And I had a little bit of
Ew.
chocolate on my sleeve right here on the
Gross.
shoulder. But you didn't see it at
I'm
poker
disgusted.
because I had the jacket over it. So
Fun fact about choking since we're speaking of it. Lifesavers, you know why they're called that?
because I assume someone got choked on what they were originally called and someone rendered aid in a timely manner and they changed the name to Lifesavers?
No, because the hole in the center of it makes it to where if it gets caught in your windpipe, you can still breathe.
You believe that?
Oh.
There's no way that's true.
Really?
There's no way that's true. Hey, the non-choking candy.
I'm
We're gonna
not-
market it this like this is why it's called Lifesavers because you can't choke on a lifesaver.
Let me see.
I'm
let
sure
me-
someone
So
out there
did
has
they
choked on
come
a
up with
lifesaver.
the life preserver shape first and was like, we're gonna make a candy on this, and then decide later, like, oh, it's non-choking candy? Or did they start with non-choking candy and build
Mm,
I think someone told you that story, you went with it, and you passed it along to many people, and it's not true.
EG's
I feel
spreading
very
dangerous
passionately that
misinformation
that's
here on the Meltdown.
I feel passionately that's wrong. But I mean, you do
okay,
your research.
Someone's also asking the same question. Are lifesavers candies called lifesavers because they resemble a ship's life-saving floats or because they have a hole so you can't choke on one? And people
The
are
first one.
they're named for both reasons.
You can choke on a lifesaver. Lifesavers are not the least chokeable item in the world.
It does serve a practical purpose as it helps prevent choking, but the name and design were originally intended to evoke imagery of lifesavers in a maritime context. Wait, guess what year lifesavers were introduced?
1962.
I'm going to take the under. I'm going to say 1938.
Both wrong. 1912.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
I know.
Well, Samuel in the chat says the G in EG stands for gullible.
Well, that's rude.
His words, not
Samuel.
mine.
That is
Not mine.
That's the most vicious
I
chat
know.
check-in.
Can my aggressor step in on that one?
Egressors, not aggressors, but
Egressors.
yes, the egressors. Okay, we're gonna play a fun little game, which is called Survive Wicked tonight. If Tyler can survive the annoyance of people singing, if I can survive the food I will be chowing down on,
What am I going to survive? Just being around you?
correct. That's absolutely
Dang.
accurate. And then Pavlik has to survive signing up to be a part of this
I know.
for some reason.
You made it through Terrifier, and that was a strange crowd.
Well, but y'all were looking forward to Terrifier. Like, the way you feel about going to see Wicked is the way EG would feel about going to see Terrifier.
Probably times a million.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
I mean, I agree.
I would
You would never
flee.
go.
yeah,
No.
you would never go. I'm actually going to see
I'm
Wicked.
actually going to a musical.
You promised to judge it fairly, and you promised to not fall asleep intentionally during it.
Yeah, I've never gone to sleep intentionally during the movie.
Really?
Really?
I
Yes.
have. Very rarely. But
Why?
I went to sleep intentionally during a re-release of The Matrix about a year ago.
All right, whatever.
you
Let's
go
let's
in-
just move on to pick your picture. Stop.
Tyler,
Wait, is that like a do we to the sore spot? Is that an annoyance for you as a?
I mean,
what do you call
it
yourself?
hurts me that
Cinephile.
Yeah.
that one of the greatest examples of science fiction, one of the movies that progressed CGI into the modern era, is something he just likes to take a nap through. But
Tyler, can I get back in your
whatever.
good graces? Can I get back in your good graces?
Yeah, let's see.
Give me a chance. I know you always go like, you're not going to be able to pull this off. I'm going to pull this off. You ready? I'm just going to make you happy. There's a re-release coming out of one of Tyler's favorite movies of all time. It's going to be in IMAX exclusively in 2025.
Yeah.
Seven.
Look at him.
Seven is coming out in January in IMAX. Is this a movie that you have to go see on the big screen?
Why does it have to be an IMAX? I put it in Prime, but yeah, I'll go see it either way. I'll put up with the slums of Patton Creek to watch Seven on the big screen. Absolutely.
I think there's a better theater to watch Seven in than one that makes you feel like you're in the movie Seven.
You know what? Good point.
So-
Good point. That theater is grimy.
Yeah, it's a 4D experience there. So there we have it. I just got back in Tyler's good graces because
Good.
they announced that yesterday. I didn't know if
Congratulations.
Tyler had seen it, but Tyler loves the movie Seven, which makes me wonder why he's not a bigger Saw fan because they're very similar in tone. And I'm a much bigger Saw fan than I am Seven fan.
I like it fine. I think I would have appreciated Saw more if I hadn't seen it when I was like 8.
That's way too young for Saw.
I agree. I agree. And at the end of the movie, my dad goes, "You know that could happen in real life," and that scared me to death. But now that I'm older, I can't take Saw seriously because I think about that, and then I'm looking at it, it's like, all right, so how does Jigsaw afford these warehouses? Why are they all abandoned? And if they're all abandoned, why do they all have electricity, running electricity and water? And
Hold on. You're having these questions at 8 years old?
well, no, I'm saying I have these questions now
Oh, okay,
watching
gotcha.
back Saw, and I don't think I can appreciate it for that reason. I did not have those questions at 8 years old. I believed my dad at face value and was scared to death of Jigsaw for years to come.
I'm surprised you still watch horror movies, to be honest. But
It took a
Yeah.
while for me to get back into it because
at,
I was really into monster movies when I was that age.
at 8, you should not seesaw. You should seesaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't hate that.
Corny jokes back up.
Funny
Yeah.
jokes back on, and let's go. Tonight is going to be one that's going to test all of our relationships. I can tell.
Yeah.
EG's like, how did I end up in this spot? Like, I didn't
All the decisions in my life
have led you to this moment.
right
where
here.
You're seeing Wicked with there's a chance Brian Pavlik's in full face paint. I mean, there's a small chance.
I'm curious as people watch our, ragtag group walk into this thing.
We do look like um
Just
the-
a motley crew.
no, this is the way it would be. So Tyler would be the scarecrow, I would be the Tin Man, Pavlik would be the cowardly lion,
Yeah.
and you would be Dorothy.
Yeah.
We should have why didn't we plan
We
this?
I mean, honestly, it all kind of checks out.
Can we find costumes between now and tonight?
I wouldn't hate it. I don't think I have any gingham, but I can.
Could we borrow one of Lance's dogs to play Toto?
I think
I
the
think they're
Chili
busy.
and
They're
Bullet are a
busy.
little too big
They're
for
booked.
to be.
They have
be
another
Toto.
appearance tonight.
Anyway, just a thought there. It is now time, as Tyler has alluded to, for Pick Your Picture.
I've never played this.
I'm positive you
I'm pretty
have.
sure you have, but
You've
it's
definitely
okay.
played this
It's
game
been a
before.
while. It's been a long time.
Do you remember anything about our life together?
No. What is
Anything.
this? What is this game?
E.g., I'm going to explain the parameters of Pick Your Picture
Okay,
here
all
in
right.
just a second. But before we pick our picture, we encourage you to pick the dental team that we trust most, located on Grants Mill Road. Dr. Jeff, Dr. Brian, and Dr. Nolan over at Alabama Dental Associates. They're the best at picking stuff out of your teeth. And we're the best at Pick Your Picture, which is why we do it. They provide all sorts of services when it comes to staying on top of your dental health, whether you have a nagging toothache or you need to get on top of those regular cleanings. They are here for you. Maybe you are new in town and need to make sure you have a dentist on standby. Reach out and try Alabama Dental Associates for yourself. They're accepting new patients now and can help you feel at ease about all of your upcoming dental procedures. For more information or to make an appointment, call them 205 956 8977. Or you can visit alabamadental.com where they look forward to seeing you. Tyler, what you got with the chat check-in?
Just a quick little chat check-in. Brian says that the four of us are going to look like the adult versions of It 1990. And yes, we will.
Wait, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Shocker. This is going to be great for Pick Your Picture.
And then Boomer wants to know who he is, and I'm casting my vote for Boomer being the wizard.
I think that would be perfect.
Yeah,
Boomer is the
he
wizard.
is Oz the Great and Powerful.
Okay, E.g., honest question. Have you been to more or less than 20 movies in your lifetime?
More. Yes, more. I saw Top Gun like 4 times in theaters and Cinderella the live action.
Anyway,
like
how about
15.
separate movies?
Yes, 100%.
I don't believe
My
it.
family likes to go to movies. Shocker. Yes, 1000%.
I'm not counting how many times you went and bought popcorn.
No, I'm talking.
and then
Okay.
left.
Whoa. Yes,
Okay,
I'm almost offended.
so you should be. Let me ask you about Pick Your Picture because you say you've never heard of this. You say you've never lived this, all that stuff.
I haven't.
You have. I'm going to give you 2 theaters. Okay, there's Theater A.
I can't wait to show you proof I've never played this game.
There's Theater A, and there's Theater
B.
Correct. See, you have played this game. There's theater A and theater B. And what's going to happen is there's one movie playing on one screen and there's one movie
Never
playing
played
on
this in
the
my
other.
life.
And what happens is you're being drugged right now into one of these two theaters and you got to sit through the whole movie.
Okay.
Okay. You cannot get out of it. You can't go hide in the bathroom harking up Kit Kat while looking at Krampus and his schmop or whatever it is.
Krampus schlop.
Whatever it is, it was right there in front of my face.
Do you have beverages, popcorn, snacks in this?
Got beverages, popcorn, snacks, but you're completely alone watching this movie.
No one else in theater.
No one else in the theater with you. Okay, you're being
That's
drugged into
scary.
one of these two, and I'm going to give you an option of which one you
Also,
want to be
what I
drugged
call
into.
a
Who's dragging
Tuesday.
me?
Hold on, what did you say?
I said also what I call a Tuesday.
That is correct.
Being alone in the theater.
Yeah,
And I
Tyler's
asked
used to this.
Who's dragging me into this?
We're pushing you into it. So you're being pushed into the abyss
By
of a theater
cinephiles.
by cinephiles, and you have to choose which theater you want to be pushed into.
Okay.
There's really no gimmicks or gags here, and I try to pair up movies that have some reasoning behind why I'm pairing them.
All right.
Okay. I'll give you the two movies. I'm gonna put this on Tyler. I'm gonna give the two movies, and you tell me why you think I'm picking the two movies I'm picking. What connects them?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Our first one in theater A, you have 1978's Grease,
Okay.
starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Okay.
In theater 2, you have 2001's Moulin Rouge, starring Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman in that movie? I believe
so.
I believe it's Nicole Kidman. But there was a very popular music video that came out with Christina Aguilera
Mhm.
in there. Which one of those are you being pushed into, theater A or theater B?
Probably. Wait, is he gonna answer why you put this
Can in
there?
a second.
Okay. I've seen Grease a lot. It's not my favorite, so I'm gonna go Moulin Rouge.
Gonna go
I like
Moulin Rouge in
Paris.
theater B.
Yeah.
Okay. EG's in for a trippy experience at the movie theater. What are you going with, theater A or theater B? Tyler.
Oh. I mean, I think you picked them because they're both musicals.
That is correct.
Which makes it impossible for me to choose because I have seen both of these. Hate Grease with a passion.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, but I kind of like the Christina Aguilera song in Moulin Rouge.
Oh.
That one's catchy.
Yeah, it
Fair
is.
enough.
I'm going Grease, so I'm the only one in Grease,
Yeah.
it looks like. But I want to commend Tyler for getting the first one right of why these two are tied together. So congratulations. All right, number 2. Are you going with, in theater A, 2002's Ice Age?
Get the shot.
I'm not sure anybody heard that.
What's up, my mammals?
That's the way you say that I say Ross Dress for Less.
Ross dress for less.
I don't say it that way. I've never said
My
that.
name's Tim. I'm 7 feet tall. Ross dress for less.
I prefer it when you guys hate each other.
No, this is good. Keep it
Very
up.
good.
All right.
Take it
Say
off
big
my
and
chest.
tall at Ross Dress for Less.
Big and tall at Ross dress for less.
Ross,
Ross
don't
dress for less.
please stop doing this more.
Sid the Sloth.
2002's Ice Age in theater A. Theater B is 1992's Encino Man.
Never seen Encino Man, so I'm gonna go Ice Age.
Tyler, do you have any idea what Encino Man is?
Yeah. Brendan Fraser.
Correct.
Frozen in Ice. He's the caveman. Pauly Shore's in that as well, right?
Yes, I believe he is.
I like both of these movies. I'm gonna go Ice Age though. That was one of the first movies I ever saw in a theater.
Oh, really?
Made you
Mhm.
into a cinephile.
Yes, EG. You'll be a cinephile after tonight when you go see Wicked and you're blown away by the performances and the spectacle. I am going with 1992's Encino Man. Obviously, that movie means more to me than 2002's Ice Age. But Tyler, why do you think these two got paired up together?
Ice.
That is
That's my assumption.
They're both Ice movies. They also came out 10 years apart. So
Love.
that would have got you some bonus points. All right, next. Round number 3, theater A, 2008's Max Payne or 2007's Hitman with Timothy Oliphant in theater B. Which one are you going with, Tyler? Theater A or theater B?
Link between these is they're both awful video game adaptations. And I'm gonna go Marky Mark as Max Payne. That Hitman movie is absolute garbage. It's borderline unwatchable.
So Tyler's right why these two movies are
Okay.
both bad video game adaptations, but I would have given you more bonus points had you told me that they both hold a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that would
It's pretty low.
I would expect some bonus points for nailing that.
That would have been huge
Yeah.
for you. E.g., are you going in theater A or theater B, not knowing
Um,
anything about either of these two properties? Which one sounds better to you, Max Payne or
well,
Hitman?
before Lionel jumped in, Max Payne, I don't like pain. I don't like scary things. So, Hitman.
Hitman? You probably would like Hitman more, if I had to guess. All right.
If they made a good Hitman movie, I could see it being EG's kind of movie. He's always going to like the nicest resorts and like I can see like it having EG's vibe.
Mhm.
How
Fine.
many times have they rebooted Hitman? Like, how many Hitman movies do we have?
That's a
Like,
good question. There's Hitman. I think Absolution was one of them. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and fact check myself. And just
Hitman and The Punisher, I feel like are two franchises that could never really get off the ground, even though The Punisher's at the healthiest spot it's been at here lately with the Netflix series. But it just feels like neither one of those two could work cinematically for some reason. I feel like you're looking. Are you looking something up, Tyler?
I am. I'm looking to see how many Hitman movies there are. Oh, there's only been 2 or 3, I think. But I want to say it was all sort of like separate reboots.
Saybear says three.
Okay.
I trust
Well,
his.
yeah, I trust Saber on this.
Um, yeah. Here we go. Which, by the way, Charles says I need a whole episode of EG talking like that. No, absolutely not.
All right, hater.
I'll be in
7-foot Shawshim.
I'll be in theater 3, which is a Ross Dress for Less. Yeah. All right. Number 4 here. Are you going to see 2004's Miracle,
Oh, love that movie.
or are you going to go see 1996's D3 The Mighty Ducks?
Hockey movies.
Well, yeah, you stole Lionel's thunder there, but I guess if you want to steal it,
Yeah.
that's an option for you there. They're
I
both
know.
hockey movies.
Miracle.
You're going to see Miracle. Tyler, which one of these two are you going to go see?
I'm also going with Miracle because D3 is the worst of the trilogy.
But you agree that had it been D2 or D1, you would have gone to the Mighty Ducks movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I had to make it D3 to make it a little bit more of a toss up. Because there's a chance D3 The Mighty Ducks is a more fun experience for some reason. Because you're getting, yes, the worst of the trilogy,
Yes.
but you're also getting to relive probably the one that you've watched the least, and you'd be able to find new things in there that maybe you hadn't seen the first time around.
Yeah, I'd rather it be D2 though. You get Keenan Thompson's Knuckle Puck.
I agree. D2 is the best of the Mighty Ducks. It is, and it has a miracle vibe to it because it
It
is
does.
the US versus Russia. So it works.
Yeah. Mikey watched on the way to London.
D2 The Mighty Ducks?
No. Miracle.
Way to ruin. You are.
I wasn't it Iceland in D2 as well.
I think it was Iceland. And when I saw you in your eyes look at me like that's completely wrong, I knew at that point it was Iceland. And then EG somehow made it worse by not being a part of the current conversation and bringing it back to Miracle. So I apologize. Okay. We are not kicking some ice here on the
a fun show today.
show. No, it's not. Here we go.
Oh,
Next.
this is the opposite of yesterday. I'm having a good time.
I'm glad that y'all are having so much fun. That makes me happy.
Oh, sounds like I said that yesterday. And y'all's response was, "Oh no, this is a great time. This is a
No,
great
it
time."
was a great time. This is even more fun time.
We do want to apologize once again. Yesterday we had a major video technical malfunction
Technicolor.
Catastrophic.
where we didn't fully realize it until we were on air and we had to live that nightmare. And so
It looked like we all got bad spray tans and that we were in the comic book right here.
we looked like keeps in a microwave. Is
Yeah.
what we looked
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go a fifth round of this. Theater A 2017's Happy Death Day.
Wait,
Or-
ew, I hated I know.
Have you
Okay.
seen Happy Death Day?
I've seen the previews. They were everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And in Theater B 2020's Palm Springs.
I like Palm Springs. I know nothing about that film, but I like the name.
You picked the right one for you.
Okay.
Palm Springs is the better option for your movie
Okay.
taste. Have you seen either of these two movies, Tyler?
I have seen both Happy Death Day 1 and 2. I have not seen Palm Springs. What's that about?
Palm Springs stars Andy Samberg,
Okay.
where he is a guest at a wedding that's happening at
Palm Springs.
Correct.
Love.
Good job, EG.
Thank you.
And he's stuck in a time loop where every time he either dies or goes to sleep, he ends up reliving the same day over and over and over again. Very much like a Groundhog Day type thing, which is
Or
why
like a Happy Death
You
Day
combine
thing.
them.
these two movies are your options here.
I hate those previews of Happy Death Day.
Okay.
Oh, they made me so mad.
Got it. You just don't like horror movies in general. You're a scaredy cat.
Well, that was a like a real bad one. That one sucks.
Happy Death Day?
Yeah, I hated it.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It,
I thought it was pretty good.
I
Really?
Yeah.
and like then singing Happy Birthday to her. I know all.
Now, I did like Palm Springs more, so I'll be going to see Palm Springs.
Was Palm Springs scary?
Scary wouldn't be the word I would use. Intense.
Psychological thriller kind of vibe?
At times, like someone being tracked down to be murdered type sort of thing, but not nearly as much like
Happy Death Day.
suspense, horror buildup. Tyler, which one of these two are you going to see in the theater? The movie you've already seen that you hate, or Palm Springs?
I'll give Palm Springs a try.
It's not bad. Okay, next question. Tyler, in theater A, you have 2000's Gladiator. In theater B, you have 2006's 300.
Oh, Gladiator.
Gladiator movie.
Gladiator, hands down.
Gladiator.
I'm going to see 300.
Why?
I think it's visually more compelling than Gladiator. 300 is. It feels like a graphic novel come to life.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It was a graphic novel.
I said this on the show. I know it was, but it feels like Zack Snyder got it right in adapting. He's great at adapting, horrible at coming up with his own stuff for the most part.
I agree.
But I made the comment on this show a couple of months ago that I think 300 is a better movie than Gladiator. That's my hot take. And the chat went, we don't feel like you're too far off.
As they should. Yeah, this is why we're bringing back Shane.
300 is, people don't remember. I know it was mocked, and I know the Welcome to Sparta or whatever
You're defending the movie,
Spartans.
and this is Sparta.
It was Meet the Spartans is what it was.
Oh, you're talking about the parody movie?
Yeah. Parody movie. I'm saying that 300 was a really great experience before it became mockery with how much it's used in popular culture to create memes and jokes. 300 was looked at one time as being a very serious type of adaptation, and now it's just a punchline for you kids these days.
So what's your favorite part of 300? Is it our arrows will blot out the sun?
I mean, it's a good part. I mean, the battle sequences are fantastic. If you go back and watch those, I do feel like
a lot of slow-mo in that.
The conversation that takes place before the kick in the pit is really riveting. And then the pit itself, that sequence where you're kind of falling down with them and it fades from the darkness of the pit into the next scene. I just think the movie's actually pretty, it's not appreciated enough. I think 300 is actually really good. That's just my opinion.
That's
is the chat
fair.
eating me alive right now? I really like 300. I'm sorry.
Charles is going Gladiator. That's the only response we got so far.
We're here on Gladiator Week. I wouldn't expect anything differently. Next, 2002's Mr. Deeds or 2002's Punch Drunk Love? Which one are you going to go see?
I've actually never seen Punch Drunk Love. Is that also an Adam Sandler movie?
Correct, Tyler. You're good at this.
Also,
both came out in
2002, I guess.
That is correct.
Let's go Mr. Deeds. I've never seen Punch Drunk Love, but I love Mr. Deeds. I love John Turturro's part as Emilio.
I really don't like Mr. Deeds. It is one of my least favorite Adam Sandler movies. That, Anger Management.
I like Anger Management too.
I don't like Little Nicky.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not going to defend that.
There's a lot of bad Adam Sandler movies, but I'm talking about like before it was like officially he's just sort of like he's got a routine. Mr. Deeds is not one that I go back to. I prefer Big Daddy by far.
Big Daddy's good too, but I prefer Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds or Punch Drunk Love, EG? Which one are you going to go see?
Punch Drunk Love sounds more fun.
It's not more fun, but it is probably will fit your sensibilities a little bit more. So I think you picked another winner. It's like you've played this game before.
I literally, y'all, I will find receipts and go through every single show. I've never played this before.
Okay, go ahead.
I will.
Start that journey.
I will.
Okay. Next, 2004's The Notebook or 2001's The Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries.
My wife loves The Princess Diaries.
Me too.
Princess Diaries is like a movie that she champions. Um, Tyler, which one of these two are you going to go see?
I was really hoping you were gonna say The Princess Bride.
Ooh.
That would have been an easy choice for me. Princess Diaries is Anne Hathaway, right?
That is correct.
Um, guess I'll go Notebook.
What?
Okay. You really don't like Anne Hathaway.
I don't have anything against her. I just I haven't seen that movie. Haven't seen The Notebook start to finish either.
Okay.
I
So,
love Princess
I'm just-
Diaries.
You know why I picked these two movies?
They're coming. Well, I know that Princess Diaries coming out with a third one. Chris Pine, is he in both?
I don't know anything about what you're talking about, but the reason I
Ugh,
picked the reason I picked both of these is because they have to do with paper. Like Notebook, a diary. They both have like they're both
Very literal.
Dunder Mifflin products. Okay. Next, 2009's Star Trek or 2014's The Fault in Our Stars.
Star Trek.
Do you know what The Fault in Our Stars is?
Yeah, I did not love.
You did not love that.
No, I read the book. It was so lame.
Feels like that would have been peak
Dang.
EG time to go see a
It
movie
was
like that.
2014.
I think so. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you didn't like the film adaptation.
No, I didn't like the book either. So
Oh.
depressing.
Oh, but you went to both or you had consumed both.
Oh, yeah, that was like the
So
thing
you
to
hated
do.
the book and still went to the movie.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it in theaters. I think it was like at a sleepover, maybe eventually.
This happened to be on and then you were like,
Yeah.
oh, can we please change the channel? That sort of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Tyler, which one of these two movies are you going to go see? EG's going to see Star Trek, surprisingly.
I will join her in seeing Star Trek because I have seen Fault in Our Stars. I was not
Super lame.
not a fan of it. Um,
Wow.
I think We Live in Time is a much better version of that kind of story. But what was the other movie you said? I forgot. Star Trek. Yeah,
Star Trek.
I've never seen that one.
You've never seen 2009 Star Trek?
No, I haven't seen the J.J. Abrams ones.
J.J. Abrams, the first one that he did with the Star Trek series, and it's very divisive with Star Trek fans, but I really enjoyed it in 2009 when I went to go see it. And Chris Pine is in Star Trek,
He's Kirk.
and Chris Hemsworth is in Star Trek.
Wow.
He plays Kirk's father in the movie.
Oh.
So it's got the two Chris's there.
Sequel has Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan, right?
That is correct. In what was one of the worst reveals in cinematic history,
Oh.
because he was just random henchman guy basically, and then he becomes Khan in the movie. But everyone knew going in, like Benedict Cumberbatch isn't playing random henchman guy,
Right.
like he's playing Khan.
He's
like
not
everybody,
goon number 3.
yeah, like everyone knew going in, Benedict Cumberbatch is playing Khan, and then it takes you 80% into the movie, and it's like, oh my gosh, Jim, he's Khan, and it's like, yeah, we all know that. And it's like, come on, and it's like, this is not fulfilling. But it's not a horrible movie. It once again, divisive with Star Trek fans who are
What are they called?
tough to please.
What is their fan base called?
Trekkies. Trekkies are very protective of the property that they fell in love with, no matter when they jumped on the train. I mean, Star Wars fans are too. Sci-fi fans in general tend to really sort of safeguard their properties. But Star Trek is it's not welcoming in younger people at a rate
No.
where it can continue to thrive. Same is happening now with Star Wars, where these older sci-fi properties, they have to figure out how to appeal to a new generation. No pun intended there, with the next generation. But I worry about how
Longevity.
healthy the longevity of these two things that are so iconic in our pop culture. Okay, this is the last one, and I wrote this one specifically for EG. We're going to let you go last here. Okay, we're going to see if you agree with Tyler. Tyler, in theater A is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Okay.
In theater B is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
For sure?
Oh yeah, hands down.
Okay.
Love Order of the Phoenix. That's probably my second favorite out of the whole series.
Okay, so that's a pretty definite answer there. E.g., you're a pothead. Which one of the two do you really want to go see? Theater A, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, or Theater B, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix?
It's a good question. I love Deathly Hallows. I think that the book is so good. I love Order of the Phoenix 2, the book. Order of the Phoenix, I feel like I have seen that so much more. And Deathly Hallows Part 1. Part 2 obviously is like the Battle of Hogwarts. It's a whole thing. But in Part 1, you get Bellatrix and Hermione's scene, and you get like that whole angle, and Dobby dies. And I'm going to go Part 1
Yeah, see, that's why I avoided Deathly Hallows Part 1
because of Dobby.
for this question. Yeah, because of Dobby.
In the book, it's so sad. I cried.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Um,
A good elf.
I thought with you guys being potheads, it was pronounced Doobie, but it's Dobby.
Yeah.
So the thing that connects
And
Star Trek
here.
and The Fault in Our Stars was the fact they both have star in the title.
Yeah.
And the thing that connects Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the fact that these are the two
Longest. Oh,
lowest rated on Rotten Tomatoes of the Harry Potter
the
franchise.
highest rated.
That includes the original run of Harry Potter, not any of the Fantastic Beasts stuff. I don't remember the highest
Probably
rated.
Half Blood Prince.
No, it came
Goblet
out.
of Fire.
Goblet of Fire is my favorite.
I actually think it was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah,
That one
Part
was
2 was
great, too.
incredible.
Yeah.
I believe that one was the highest rated.
Let me go on a rant real quick.
Go
The
for it.
final scene of Deathly Hallows Part 2 is so just stupid about how
Oh,
Voldemort
the
dies.
epilogue? Or
No. I guess not the final scene. It's the final battle scene where it's Harry and Voldemort and they're battling.
Is there a moment where Harry looks at him and says, "It's time for you to kiss your Azkaban goodbye"?
No, that would have been incredible though. No. That wouldn't really make sense either. But
Okay.
love the effort. No.
Azkaban is a prison town.
Yeah. In the book,
In Harry Potter, though.
in the book, the scene is set as they're in front of the entire school and they're in the grand hall, and he dies, Voldemort, a very human death, whereas in the last scene he like evaporates into paper and no one sees him go. So to me that's like, is he really gone, or can he paper mache come back together at some point? And I didn't really like that because that was so opposite of how it went in the book.
Well, I'm sorry that scarred you.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I give you the correct Rotten Tomatoes.
Chad is
Lineup?
saying Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban is the highest rated,
Oh wow.
which is also a fantastic one. I love that one.
All right.
Any of them that have Sirius Black.
The
I
highest
love Sirius
rated
Black.
is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. According to Rotten Tomatoes,
Mm.
it's at 96% from what I can tell.
Dang, that's pretty high.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is at 90%.
Oh wow.
What is Half Blood Prince?
83%, it's at the number 4 spot behind Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So this is the list. Deathly Hallows Part 2, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Half-Blood Prince, Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone, Order of the Phoenix, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Those are the 8 movies in order of their Rotten Tomatoes score.
Wow. That's interesting.
Not that that necessarily means anything based on our love-hate relationship with Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm going to reconfirm here. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is at 96% on Rotten
That's pretty
Tomatoes,
high.
and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is at 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, there we go.
That's intriguing.
Y'all excited for Wicked tonight? Is Tyler going to secretly be the one singing all the songs?
Yeah. Has anyone noticed her
Yeah.
sign?
Yeah, all those songs that I know.
Tyler's like 0% chance.
Has anyone noticed her sign?
I did sing at the theater last night.
I don't know. We changed our sign to be more Wicked themed. I don't know if people noticed that. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we totally did that.
I
EG.
can't believe that didn't get caught. I said I did sing at the theater last night.
You did?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, the movie's called. The movie's called Bird, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
don't
about,
either.
Tyler. What am I missing here?
So I was at the movies, and there was a scene where Barry Keoghan sings "Yellow" by Coldplay
Oh,
to a
yeah.
toad,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
it was really funny. And I
You sang it out loud?
yeah, I was the only one there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I promise you this, you will not be the only one at the theater tonight. It's going to be jam-packed full of Wicked obsessed people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll see costumes. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we booked a theater that has like the
The lowest amount of theater kids.
lowest amount of theater kids or the highest amount of theater kids. We will see tonight. We
The
will
lowest.
be reporting back here on the Meltdown, and we're looking very forward to all of that. We want to remind you about our title sponsor. That's MyBookie, a place where you can bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. They also have that casino that's there for you, including blackjack that you can play there at MyBookie. As I drop my pin, one thing I'm not going to drop is my bankroll at MyBookie. It's a place where you can have a bankroll builder for sure. You can cash out and win or let it ride at MyBookie. Make sure you use promo code next round for that first time deposit bonus. Bet and play absolutely anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. For Tyler and EG, and for a Brian Pavlik that'll be meeting us at the theater tonight to see Wicked, we will be back tomorrow with our full report. I am Tim Melton, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Wicked Wednesday.